Chapter 2: Masked Intentions. As dawn broke, casting a soft golden light over the city, Tang Lishui sat at the kitchen table in her modest apartment, a stark contrast to the opulence of the Qiao Palace. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee mingled with the delicate scent of blooming roses from the patch of garden she had meticulously tended. One cup sat untouched in front of her, while her sketchbook lay open, the blank pages taunting her. Last night's encounter at the moonlit rooftop had infused her with a mix of elation and trepidation. Eyes locked with Chen Ruifeng had stirred something deeper within her, but insecurities and the fear of repeating past mistakes shadowed her thoughts. She picked up her pen and scribbled a few lines, attempting to drown out the noise in her head with the familiar motions of creating. Fashion was her passion. It grounded her when everything else felt too heavy. The doorbell rang, pulling her from her thoughts. She opened the door to find Yi Jin, impeccably dressed as always, her expression excited. "I have news. You are coming with me to an exclusive fashion event tonight," she declared, breezing into the apartment without waiting for an invitation. Li Shui arched an eyebrow. "An event? I thought we were going to take a break from the glitz and glamour this week." "But this one is different. It's hosted by a fashion mogul who happens to adore your work. He specifically wants you to showcase your designs, even if it's just a preview." The prospect of representing her talent ignited a spark in Li Shui. "Is that so? But I'm not sure if I'm ready to make that kind of appearance. Not after everything." "Oh, come on, don't overthink it." Yi Jin gently nudged her shoulder. "You can't let Mingxuan's proposal or Ruifeng's lingering looks steer you away from your dreams. This is about your career. Plus, with the right outfit, you'll make an unforgettable impression." Li Shui felt a rush of determination surge within her. "All right, what do you want me to wear?" The rest of the day blurred into a whirlwind of fabric and creativity as Li Shui and Yi Jin transformed her studio into a makeshift runway, sifting through her latest designs, vibrant colors and luxurious textures, each piece telling a story. Hours passed, and as twilight settled in, Yi Jin held up a deep sapphire gown that flowed like water with intricate lace detailing, the very embodiment of elegance and power. "You'll dazzle them, trust me," Yi Jin beamed, draping the gown over Li Shui's shoulders. The fabric felt like a second skin, enveloping her in the confidence she hadn't realized she had missed. After a flurry of final touches, a glamorous updo and a touch of understated makeup, Li Shui emerged, her heart pounding with excitement and nerves. "I look different," she remarked as she caught her reflection in the mirror, the woman staring back, exuding grace and strength. "And all ready to conquer the fashion world," Yi Jin declared, clapping her hands together in delight. "Now let..." "Devra," Li Shui replied, trying to quell the fluttering panic in her chest. "I have some pieces I've been working on. I'd love to show you later." "Please do. And call me Lance," he encouraged, his eyes lingering on her. Taking a deep breath, she maneuvered through the crowd, making small talk, grinning through the anxiety. It wasn't until she spotted Mingxuan that she felt her pulse quicken again. He stood across the room, exuding confidence in a tailored dark suit, his sharp features accentuated by the ambient light. Even from afar, the magnetism surrounding him was undeniable. Mingxuan performed his social dance, effortlessly charming guests, but when his gaze landed on Li Shui, the atmosphere shifted. She felt every trace of doubt flood back as he moved toward her, a small smile playing at the edges of his lips. "You look stunning," he remarked, his gaze appraising her. "Thank you. This was Yi Jin's idea," she replied, trying to keep her voice even. "So, mingling with the elites tonight?" "Just fulfilling obligations," he replied, his smile not quite reaching his eyes. "But I couldn't miss the opportunity to see you shine. I'm just here to present what I've created." She gestured toward the crowd, but her voice held tension, a barrier steadily rising between them. "Your designs will speak for themselves, Li Shui," he said smoothly, stepping even closer. "But let's not forget, we have a connection beyond fashion." Li Shui felt trapped in a paradox of emotions. The intimacy of their shared past clashed with the hesitations of diving into a future together. "I'm still sorting through things, Mingxuan," she confessed, the words tumbling out. He placed a hand on her shoulder, his touch sending a bolt of electricity coursing through her. "I respect that. Just know I'm still here, and I plan on pursuing you, no matter the obstacles." Before she could respond, an interruption came in the form of Chen Ruifeng, who strode across the room with his usual rugged confidence, drawing attention inadvertently. He scanned the crowd until his eyes landed on Li Shui, and his expression shifted from friendly to guarded as he approached. "Mingxuan," Ruifeng greeted coolly, the tension palpable. "Li Shui, you look radiant." "Thank you, Ruifeng," she replied, her heart feeling conflicted as he neared. Their camaraderie from last night seemed distant, yet an unspoken bond lingered in the air. "Are you having a good time?" Ruifeng asked, glancing between the two of them, his demeanor simmering just beneath the surface. "Yes, actually," Li Shui responded, grateful for his steady presence. "Just discussing designs. Mingxuan believes they will impress everyone." "Of course he does," Ruifeng remarked, his tone ambiguous. "An audience with all those eyes can be overwhelming. Remember to do what you love." Mingxuan's demeanor shifted, irritation flickering in his gaze. "You're always the voice of wisdom, aren't you, Ruifeng?" Ruifeng met his gaze, unflinching. Mingxuan exuded charm, showing her off as if they were already a couple, while Ruifeng remained a shadow, grounding her amidst the glamour. As the first runway presentation began, Li Shui stepped back and absorbed the energy of the crowd, sensing the anticipation shimmer in the air. Models paraded before her, wearing pieces reminiscent of her own designs, innovative yet familiar, speaking to her style. It filled her with awe and a flicker of possessiveness over her craft. "See? This is just a taste of what's to come. You have the potential to excel." Yijin whispered excitedly as she joined Li Shui, both of them watching the models gliding down the runway, their graceful movements echoing through the hall. When the show concluded, applause erupted, drowning out the hum of conversations as guests mingled during the intermission. Encouraged by Yijin's hopeful demeanor, Li Shui steeled herself, knowing it was time to showcase her work. "Mingxuan, let's make our way to the display. I have some pieces I want you to see," she decided, her voice steadier than she felt. "Lead the way," he replied, the assurance in his tone rejuvenating her spirit, if only slightly. They moved through the crowd, and as they reached the area set aside for showcasing Li Shui's work, her excitement overpowered the flickers of insecurity. Standing in front of her designs, she felt alive, her passion sparking in the air around them. "What do you think?" she asked him, gesturing toward a striking gown made of shimmering purple silk, carefully crafted to highlight the silhouette of the wearer. Mingxuan studied the dress with intense scrutiny, then nodded. "This is remarkable. Your talent truly shines through. I see your hard work in every detail." His words filled her with pride, but also a sense of conflicted emotion. Being recognized is vital, but I want it to be for me and my designs, not just as the fiancé of the richest man in the city. "Trust me, if you keep doing what you love, that distinction will come," he assured her, but his tone was ambiguous. "It is certain." Li Shui met his gaze, searching for signs of sincerity. "Will you support my artistic journey without your influence overshadowing it?" "Always," he said earnestly, yet the underlying manipulation lurked in his words, unspoken intentions swirling in the air, adding to her doubts. Then came the ultimate surprise. Lance Devereux approached again, his smile dazzling. "Li Shui, may I introduce you to some key figures who could help elevate your career?" Flashing a glance back at Mingxuan, who nodded with an almost predatory satisfaction, Li Shui found herself torn. She had come for an opportunity but felt trapped in undertows of expectations, both from him and her past. As she stepped forward, the thrumming pulse of ambition rose within her. Masked intentions danced like shadows in her mind, and she realized how much she had yet to unravel, both in her heart and her career. With each step forward, she had to rem